I don't think Lynette is really dead because we all know Randy's not good at his job.
I can't wait to see who Willow is.
You know, you got to meet Joey where he is, girl. And he is proving in his own way, except for killing your husband, that he loves you.
Jacob put his mother-in-law in handcuffs. With no woman.
I love that they also call back to that. And that's why also you don't want to date people you work with, because no matter what ends up happening, it's going to get messy. Now imagine like it's multiple people that's going to be affected.
What would have happened if Leslie never pulled the fire alarm? Because it was hot.
They looked like it was about to be one of those nights. Hey y'all, welcome back to Loving Dem Gates, a Beyond the Gates weekly podcast where Brian H. Butters and Queen PR dissects the latest episodes of the new hit show Beyond the Gates. We'll break down all the plot twists, character arcs, and iconic moments with our unique perspectives and a whole lot of love. What's up, gatekeepers?
What's happening?
I am so excited to talk about this past week's episode because shit got real. Like real. And I know I say that a lot, but like we got people getting poked up. You know, like, but well, yeah, we'll get into all of that. But before we get started, I want to just give so much love to the cast of Beyond the Gates who have been following our Instagram page, Loving Dem Gates. Please hit the follow button if you haven't already. They have been following, they've been reposting, they've been commenting, they've been liking, they've been sending us clips from the episodes, which I love, I appreciate, but sometimes we don't watch it live. So it's like, I'm almost scared to answer the DM because I'm just like, oh my God, am I going to see like a major spoiler? Because like I said, shit has been getting real.
Yeah.
Beyond the Gates.
Absolutely. What I do love about this is being able to tweet when we do get a chance to watch it and engage with the other gatekeepers out there. Shout out to all the ones who've been showing a lot of love out there and who've been, you know, whether it's on X, Threads, Blue Sky, Instagram, even YouTube. That's why I love doing this show because we're a community and it's fun watching all of this develop. And I don't know if you saw, I didn't get a chance to fully read the article just yet, but I do know that Sean Freeman said, buckle up, because it's about to get real.
I have seen clips of that, of just things that he said about the show. And if he's saying that, and we also have the crossovers happening.
Yes.
So there is a lot on the horizon, and even just looking ahead into next week, we are seeing things. So we are kind of coming full circle with a lot of the storylines with the characters, because it's going to be a year of the anniversary between Ted and Nicole, which means that big anniversary party they had. This is when everything in that whole world blew up. Eva and Dana, or Leslie, whatever you want to call her, blew up the Nicole and Ted's world. Then you have the dynamic of Dani and Chelsea coming back up again. And we enjoyed talking about that because that was the first storyline for Chelsea, was her being under her mom's kind of, you know, Dani had controlling what she was eating, controlling her schedule. And she really just wanted to get from under that and finally start her business with Kat, which is now super successful. So now we're getting back into that dynamic. So I'm really appreciating these callbacks because it's almost like a present almost for those like us who have been watching since day one. Also, okay, I'm so sorry. This is so funny. But I just noticed something was in my background. This was not, this Febreze was not product placement. Like CBS, it just so happened back there. So that's so funny. Shout out to Tide too, for no particular reason. I'm just gonna say shout out to Tide.
I mean, I'm a proud user of Tide Pods, you know, and they keep my clothes very clean. Febreze has the house smelling very nice. So, you know, but I do love that we are being rewarded for watching long-term television. That's the beauty of this. And as somebody who has, the best part in watching soap operas is being able to have stuff like this happen, right? Mm-hmm. So like I told you, me coming into Young and the Restless in 2014, and then not knowing sometimes when they do callbacks, and the online community will help me understand. So what I'm excited, we mentioned before how your co-host on Those Wrestling Girls, Krista B, has become a gatekeeper, and she's been, on the Thank God for Them Gates or something.
Yep.
She's been like, wait, what's this? And it's been fun watching her do that. Cornelius of Loving Them Gates T, he had posted a story about somebody who was just becoming a new gatekeeper. And I told him, I said, this is the stuff I love is we're OG gatekeepers now. But seeing people discover this because they had no idea what's coming.
Yes.
Especially Bill and Hayley.
Yeah. So let's start there.
Okay.
And go back because Hayley right now, she's in the win column in a way because Lynette has disappeared. So I do want to ask you later on, what do you think happened to Lynette? Gatekeepers, let us know in the comments. What do you think happened to Lynette? Do you think Randy clipped her? So Lynette is, gone. She was able to kind of get from under Bill's suspicion about her relationship with Lynette. Tomas' situation kind of cooled down a bit. She was eavesdropping on a conversation with Bill and Chelsea, and Bill said, I don't regret my marriage. I'm very happy at home. Blase, blase. So right now, she's kind of like feeling herself a bit. So, and then next week we see, maybe she did start poisoning him again because she was getting nervous. What Lynette was gonna do and all of that stuff. But I think Hayley's time is coming very close to an end.
The walls closing in?
I do. I think so. I don't think Lynette is really dead because we all know Randy's not good at his job. Just because everyone he was supposed to get rid of, like some shit happened. Like, and that's just me. But I do see the walls closing in.
The power of the rest of it. I just find it hard to believe that Randy would side with Hayley over Lynette because I feel like if there's between the two where he kind of has an opportunity to be somewhat in charge.
Yeah.
He's not in charge at all when it comes to Joey. Hayley tends to, I'm not sure who's older, but she tends to little cuz him all the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like Lynette is the only person who gasses up his ego when she talks about when they sleep together, and she brags about his performance. So I feel like that right there psychologically would make him side with her. So I feel like this is a bigger plot to say, okay, let me get rid of you. I'll send you away, because I don't, we know how this works. The only body that's been bodied in anything we've watched together has been Ghost, that we haven't seen a body. We haven't seen a body, Jory still out on Doug, which bring Doug back. But I don't think Hayley's gone. Lynette's gone at all. First of all, shout out to the actress. Did you see the post on Instagram? Oh, so she's like on a vacation. Her and her significant other, and everybody's like, "Oh, look at her!" Basically saying, "Yeah, while we out here, look at her. She living her best life."
Yeah. I love that. No, I do think, yeah.
So this is gonna be interesting, but I don't think she's gone.
I don't think she's gone either. But I do appreciate Chelsea's perspective on a lot of things. Because she's not as like hardcore about things as like Kat. Like, so when she does bring things up, like you kind of want to talk to her about it more than Kat. And like, I love that Chelsea was able to talk to Bill, like, oh, like some such shit is going on. I think your wife isn't, let me just show you what's not making sense in this situation. And then once Bill came back with his, like, she didn't push it. She said, okay, that I'm just saying, it's a lot. It's been a lot of drama. So,
what's also good about that too with Chelsea is Naomi's going to have the lawyer mind, but also the emotional love loss that her and Hayley had. Where Chelsea is the little sister who was probably like, how it is when your sister have friends, you're cool with them, but it's not the same relationship. So she's able to kind of have more of a broad perspective, more of a like, okay, Dad, let's look at the facts here. So I think that kind of opens up his mind a little bit. And I think when it's all said and done, it all blows up in his face, it'd be easier for him to kind of lean on Chelsea more than Naomi.
Yeah, I completely agree. So I, just gearing towards Chelsea, I am so sad for her and Madison having to deal with this, although it is going to be cool to see Bill and Naomi working together. But I feel so bad for Madison. Like, it's such a horrible situation because like Nicole said, and Nicole was able to talk real about it to Dani, because you don't want to say these things to Madison or Chelsea to like make them worried and stuff like that. But as just coming, you worked in the medical field to a certain extent. Once the accusation is out there, it does do a number to your credibility, whether it's true or not. Which is why doctors are very careful about not having that even be anywhere associated with that. And it to be associated with Madison, and she had nothing to do with it. And Chelsea now even coming for Willow, because she was all team Chelsea's mom, inviting herself to things and thinking she could like kind of chime in and like fix their relationship. Now you're seeing some of what Madison was saying.
Yeah, Madison was trying to tell her all these years, she was trying to tell her and Chelsea just wasn't listening. But it's going to be, I can't wait to see who Willow is.
Me too.
And that's been the beauty of this show, is seeing the progression. And, maybe they have somebody in mind, maybe they don't yet. But, look how long it took us to see Darlene Hawthorne. And then she came in and just rocked
or
everything.
even the twin sister.
Oh, yeah.
We were waiting to meet. First of all, we were like, okay, who are these twins? And then we finally meet the brother. And now we're meeting the sister. But yeah, I think I feel like we're gonna see Willow appear sooner rather than later. Yeah. So let's talk about the Duprees really quickly. So we know that Anita is basically about to have her last chemo appointment. We learned that it's working for now. She doesn't have to do this anymore. And I, for one, and I know a lot of gatekeepers are, because they are always in the comments agreeing with me. I'm kind of glad we're wrapping this storyline up, and I understand why they did it, because it's so relatable to everyone, and everyone, there's the education component to it, and also just the advocacy for Black women health, which is, there's always a disparity there. But because of the fact that it hits so close to home for everyone, it makes it even harder to watch.
Yeah.
So that's when it's like, okay, we got it, we get it, but it's going to be really good to see Anita do the great Anita Dupree back to, her grandeur. Right. So, okay, one conversation, speaking of the Duprees, that I really want to get into because I loved it so much. So as y'all know, I'm obsessed with the Vanessa and Joey relationship, that storyline, and Vanessa's delusions that the world is just going to be okay with you basically dating. Like, just think of any TV show and the villain, and like you're dating the biggest villain, and you're surprised at why people are like looking at you sideways.
Right.
So I'm obsessed with her delusion about that. So Joey has invited Vanessa to move into his home, which is very surprising. And this is why I don't like when Vanessa pushes him to do more and more and more as far as their relationship's concerned. That's like that's not in his comfort zone, because someone like Joey has given Vanessa more than he's given anyone. He meets with her at the country club. He's allowing you in his personal space. You're in business together. He's taking selfies. Like, he's, you got to meet Joey where he is, girl. And he is proving in his own way, except for killing your husband, that he loves you.
You like tried to sneak that in there, though.
You know what I mean? So with all of that, Vanessa, finally goes and sees the Duprees and, is like visiting with them because I like to call her their like little white daughter because I'm sure they've known Vanessa and she's been a close family friend for decades at this point. And they, they do ask about her, invite her to holidays and stuff like that. And we all have those friends that basically become family at that point. And I love that Vanessa is that for the Duprees. And I feel like she went to see them, Anita and Vernon, to really get their approval or blessing, I guess, or just have them know. Like, I think she knew at some point she was gonna like directly tell them, like, me and Joey are getting serious. And she kind of threw it in there that they were like moving in together. And like I said when we were watching it, if there's anyone that knows who Joey Armstrong really is, it's the Duprees. The good, the bad, the fucking ugly, and it's mostly bad and ugly because Joey is not a good person. As much as I know that he loves Vanessa, he is dastardly.
He says it. He's unapologetic about it.
Like that's why he's like, of course your friends don't like me. Like, girl, are you kidding me? I don't like them. So I live for her delusion, but the reaction as soon as they peep game, Vernon and Anita looked at each other. He said, "Yeah, so I think I gotta go. I think y'all need some alone time." Like he didn't even let it breathe.
Nope.
They looked at each other. They was like, "Ooh, we got to talk, girl. We got to talk, girl." And just the disappointment and concern in Anita's face, like I felt it as if she was talking to me, because as someone who has a lot of like older women in their family, like I've been in those kind of conversations where they're like, "So what's going on?"
Yep.
Like you're saying some crazy shit to me right now. And you just gotta kind of just own it, and she did.
That reminded me, shout out to my late godmother, that Anita Dupree reminded me of her that moment, right? Because I've seen her have these conversations with people at church that was not her children. I've been on the receiving end on some of those conversations where she may have thought I was moving a certain way or shouldn't have been moving that way. And it's like, come on, let's sit down and have a talk. And it's always like those non-mom conversations, but mom-like
they
figure.
Hit a bit harder in a different way.
Yeah. My grandmother was the queen of that. And I saw this as a child first with my mother's friends or my uncle's friends, where I was sitting like, well, why are they talking to grandma? And then she was sitting there just giving them the real, not yelling, but just saying,
asking the right questions.
You know who I could see you doing that? I haven't witnessed it. Your mother.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
I could
1,000%.
The presence, because like Anita Dupree, she's somebody who's warming and loving. So when it comes time to like tell that truth, it's like, dang, I don't want to disappoint you. And you can kind of see that.
And you can see it too. And it is what it is for Vanessa. Like she's all in like with Joey. So I don't even think the Duprees were even going to be able to. But I think she knew she had to talk to them about it.
Yeah.
And she just said, "All right, watch your fucking back." And the thing is, things are about to get really messy with Joey now because he is trying to get in with Martin. Things are messy there because Joey's used to having a certain presence in the Dupree's political life. And remember, Martin didn't take the donation. And so things, it's like real mixy. Martin has a security now. So Vanessa is tying things down with Joey during a time when he's about to really get into it with the Duprees. And that's not gonna make men's well with Nicole and Dani. So this is going to be very interesting how this all plays out,
Yeah.
So speaking of, I'm sorry?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna move on to the hospital. So if you had something to say about Martin.
Nah, you hit it right. Well, I mean, because that's a whole story within himself with him and Smitty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Men don't even want to tell him he running for office.
I mean, he consulted with who he needed to consult with first. Like, I kind of understand that in a way. Like, if you're making a political decision, you're going to talk to your political advisors, unfortunately, before your spouse.
Yeah.
Think about scandal.
That's true. But even the way his mom and his grandfather, it was like, okay, you've thought about this a little too long. Like, he's gone a little bit too long. Now it's time to have these conversations. Yeah. And he's not having these conversations with Smitty, which we know Smitty got a lot of secrets.
It's like you talking about safety and all of this stuff, and you're literally in a situation where someone has already been almost. Wait, did that first guy get killed? No, they sent him away.
I mean, he got beat up real bad. They sent him away
in the hospital. Jacob got fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and now we see Grayson getting stabbed.
Yeah, he got stabbed with like a pen or something, right?
A scaffold. I feel like they be rage baiting me and like wanting to like piss me off. Because first I was just like, okay, and I gotta understand too, like, guys, I am not ridiculous. Like, I understand I'm watching like a daytime soap opera. They're not about to have like, like blood everywhere. Like, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But there could be a touch more realism to it, just a little bit. But then when I realized, I was just like, okay, so I'm supposed to believe he got poked up and that's all the blood that's there. But then you see that he only got fucking stabbed with a scalpel. So I'm like, oh, that's why. Like, whatever. And then even Homeboy threatened, like that scene where they pan down to him holding a fucking scalpel. I was like, y'all should have left the weapon as like, leave it up to our imagination. Because that did not make me scared of this man. That made me be like, oh, I just got to bring a bigger knife with me if I ever have a situation with you, because that's what you're going around poking people with. And then bragged about it on the phone with Leah. So, did you see the Grayson stabbing coming? Because we kind of talked about like the way things are shaping up with Jacob. Like, someone is gonna have to take the L for all of this, and we kind of was like, it's gonna have to be Grayson.
Yeah, that one, because remember, Smitty, they don't know he's involved or investigating, so he's not around. And I didn't think they was just gonna find some random pawn, even though that's the way at first it was gonna seem like. But I was like, nah, they gotta. I guess somebody we know. But like, yo, this dude is like he's not even like a big dude. Y'all ain't fighting back,
right?
Like, why y'all scared of this man?
Nah.
And that was the thing that irritated me with Jacob when he got beat up. I'm like, yo, kick out. Like, he's just sitting there just taking these shots to the ribs, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. I just don't see this ending well at all. Like, I just think this is just going to get like worse and worse. And now we have Smitty's involved, Jacob's involved, Ashley's involved.
Yeah.
And I love how they were building up to this dinner, and she's on the phone with Shanice making something new that she's never made before. And she's like, this is going to be the night that we connect. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to learn so much more about him. And it's like, oh yeah, girl, you going to learn it all tonight, because he's going to show up at your fucking, and I was like, he has to go. Because when you're like a criminal, you can't go to a hospital with a stab wound or a gunshot wound, because they are obligated to call the police. So when you watch crime shows, and they usually have like some doctor that they trust, and they just bring you to some warehouse or some shit, and they like patch you up. And I'm like, he needs to go to a medical professional that he trusts. And I mean, Ashley's a nurse to the very least of it. But he pops up on Ashley, and Ashley it's almost like, because she's so wholesome, it's almost like her innocence like died. Like she's now seen some dark shit.
Derek was right. He told her from the beginning.
Period.
He told her something's not right about this guy. Now, Derek was a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
He probably should have played it cool because he's not being honest with himself. Now you just look
like a hater ex-boyfriend.
A hater ex-boyfriend. He still wants Ashley. Facts. He still wishes they could be together. Facts. But he's not being honest with himself, not saying, like, he cannot be her friend yet because he's not able to handle conversations of hearing her with another man. Mm-hmm. So because of that, on top of him seeing Grayson and not trusting him, it's not going to work. That's why Ashley was just tuning him out. You know, and then even with the situation with him and Eva, when he was like, no, we're not hiring him. First of all of a sudden he's got this authority. Like, no, we're not bringing Grayson on. Which on paper, Grayson is exactly who you would want volunteering for, you know, for a free clinic.
Right.
But, you know, I feel bad for Ashley because once again, she's deceived. You know what I mean? Yeah. She got deceived with a fake trip to Paris. You know, Andre, you can't let that one down, bro. Like, you might be all good, really Andre might be all nice, and he may be standing up the hill, but he still showed a fake trip to Paris for Ashley.
My God. And you almost gave it up, too, for that. I mean, he was close.
He was right there.
Mm-hmm.
He was right there. So it's like, when you think about it, I feel bad for her, but you told her, go do what Nicole is doing. She should be out there. She should have 3 Graces.
She got 2. And at first she was like, I'm just hooking up. I'm just having fun. And then she like kind of fell for him. And I think because she's such a caring and compassionate person, I think once she found out he had a sick mother and that he was sacrificing all his time and all of that, I feel like that's when she was just like kind of locked in. Like she can't, I mean, this girl impulsively proposed to Derek just because she felt bad that he was paralyzed. Like that just gives you like, you know, and we all know people like Ashley that is just like, they're so caring almost, where it's just like, bless your heart, baby girl. So that's when I feel like she was like locked in with Grayson. But I
think, know what, it's also hard for her, to be honest, because I mean, she needs another friend. She needs a balance. She needs a single friend. She's with Naomi, who on paper has the greatest marriage. Right. So she's seeing that. So it's natural for her to want that same thing, to have the double dates. You know what I mean? She want to hang with her best friend. She don't want Naomi to be like, well, I don't want to hang with you because you single and you out here wilding.
And also someone with an equally moral compass as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's like she almost needs like a friend like Eva almost, where it's like Eva has a good heart.
Yeah.
But she's not as, I don't know how to explain it.
And they should be friends. Their mom is friends. That's how we started.
But I feel like, they have scenes together in the beginning, but I guess, you know, it's probably awkward now for Ashley to even like think about being friends with someone that like destroyed her best friend's,
and stuff
like that, you know, so it's weird. I know, damn. But where do you think this goes with Ashley and Grayson? Do you think that she's going to be able to like hold it down and like, you know, be like a ride or die? Like we see a different side of Ashley, or because of everything that's happening, everything's escalating. Like, does it come out that Jacob is involved with this and she and Naomi? Like, do you see this going there?
That's exactly where I think it's going. Oh, it's about to get crazy. And I think this is going to create a little tension between their friendship. And it's going to really piss Jacob off because what did he say? He told her, stay away. He gave him specific instructions. Stay away from my wife's best friend. Because you also got to remember, he loves Ashley too. You know, they around each other all the time.
He basically said like, he ordered him to break up with her.
Yeah.
Who are you to even say that?
No, actually, Jacob didn't do that. Rashad did it. Rashad said break up with her.
Horrible ass. Is this supposed to be like a Baltimore, DC accent he's trying to do?
That ain't Baltimore.
Because I'm so confused.
That's probably DC PG. Baltimore.
It's bad.
Yeah, but I think this is definitely going to create a lot of tension in their friendship. But, because, all right, she's going to tell somebody, right?
Her mom, first of all, her Jan. I love you, Jan. You are such a nice white lady. But believing that shit is sauce. My mom is so, first of all, she's so nosy. If she would have walked into my house and my hand was like covered in blood, she would have been like, what is happening? She would not have believed that shit was tomato sauce. Jan.
It's different. The color's different. The texture's different.
So different. And I didn't think, I was like, how is this gonna end? And poor Grayson literally bleeding out in the bathroom. While her mom is just like, let me help you prepare for your date. And then I peeped that Ashley even got dressed for the date. Yeah. And then Grayson's just in the bathroom like, what?
Man, this is going into toxic shock, man.
Oh, yo, legit. Like,
right in front of our eyes.
And the scary part is he can't go to any hospital because of Leah. That's why he was like, I can't go. I mean, that's what shit like that is there for, low key.
You got to go to the free clinic, and Derek will be like, no.
Oh my God. When Ashley walks into that clinic with Grayson, that's happening next week. That's for sure happening.
And just that whole dynamic that Ashley and Derek had, and even Eva was just like, whoa, just a little awkward, like, yo, you gotta chill. But he was just like, no, he's something wrong with him. Like, yo was really trying to deny that man a job. Now you're gonna have to give him service.
Yep.
Derek, he be stepping out of bounds a little too much,
Ted?
Wait, Derek.
Oh, Derek.
Yeah, he's like, bro, Eva, Leslie's still her mother.
Yeah.
Not her best friend, not her aunt, not her cousin. That is still her mama.
Exactly. And at this point, and as much as they're right about it, and I probably would bring it up a lot too, it's just like, yes, like, yes, that's, my mom is what she is. Yeah. Like, are we going to keep bringing up, especially to Eva? Because I feel like Eva has proved that she is a completely different person from her mom at this point, where it's just like, okay, I don't want to hear about what my mom did. Like, it is what it is at this point.
What you think, real quick, before we get into more, because this happened last week when we was together, Eva and Kat.
Oh my God. That legit brought tears to my eyes. Like, it really, truly did. Because I was so happy for both of them in that moment, where it was like, because then first I was like, Eva, just leave. And then when she doubled back and said the thing about Anita, and I was just like, but then I ended in Kat being like, you should stay. I was like, we like paused. It was just like, oh my God, this is like insane. And I'm so glad just for like, and then of course, the next time they see each other, it's with
Isaiah.
Kian with Isaiah, and Eva walks in, and of course there's like a bit of tension, and we really don't know for sure if Kat is genuine or if she's just like, it's just another, thing.
I think Kat always had a thing for Isaiah, like that dad cousin, but not cousin. And it's like, well, he ain't really related.
Yeah, he's cute. I have a crush.
And he was a bad boy too.
Yeah.
And she was a good girl. So I feel like she low key always has something. She's trying to right now mask it. Well, I'm so in love with Tomas because Tomas. But if Tomas broke her heart,
performative relationship.
Bingo. And if there was an opportunity, she would enjoy trying to pay Eva back, but also now, because she gonna come like, I'm a woman now. I got experience. I be in closets.
I can hop on a D.
Yeah. Because he got to be a good role model for the kids at Banneker. He gonna turn it down.
I appreciate how Isaiah is able to navigate that, like, people coming for his girlfriend and him kind of respectfully Like, you know, he's never come at Kat, but he has like officially also defended Eva 100% at the same time. Like, he's like, yeah, we could sit and have a drink, but we're not about to be talking shit about my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, he make it clear, like, you know, we're not doing that. But
and that's,
you know,
what's always getting Eva. It's almost like somebody loves me because I didn't have a father growing up, and somebody cares. And every time when she's like trying to like push him away, he'd do something nice.
Yeah,
he may be outside of Vernon and Jacob. He may be the most genuine man.
Yeah, the realest nigga on the show.
Yeah, like he might care the most. Like Bill, if Dani say, Bill, it's over with me and Andre, come back and get it, he did.
And you know, Bill's my all-time favorite character, but Bill is for Bill. Like, he chases his needs, he chases what he wants. And it doesn't matter. And Chelsea, like, you blew up our lives before. Don't blow up everybody's lives again. Everybody is settled after your last bomb that you dropped last year. Like, we're all settled again. Don't do it. You know what I mean? But like you said, Jacob, that's why, and Andre.
Oh no, I don't trust Andre.
Oh, true.
I think if like Ashley hit him once.
Yeah.
But I think maybe not now, but I think if before, or maybe if somebody else, if there's a little tension, and I think they keep coming at him and coming at him, I think Andre may fail.
Yep. And I also think in the back of his mind, he's always going to say, like, I'm constantly having to deal with Bill. Like, you know, when you want to make excuses for something that you're bad that you're going to do, it's like, I feel like Jacob's going to use that as an excuse. Like, okay, well, I literally have to deal with him calling you baby,
Andre,
him popping up in your house. I'm finding him in your bedroom and shit like that. Even though it sounds crazier than it actually was.
I can only take so much.
Yeah. Exactly. We'll see. And in her modeling career, we don't know where that's going to end up taking her. But I do love that, at least right now, Dani is just like, you know, of course it feels good that Bill is misses me, but I am happy right now. And I love that for Dani, because we joke about, you know, where she was a year ago, literally like chugging vodka after encounters with Bill, sneaking into his house and just being like super consumed with him and Andre. And that's why I think I ended up respecting Andre, because he could have been like that young guy, sleazy guy who takes advantage of this woman who calls him when she's like rock bottom, desperate, you know, and sleep with her all the time. But I love that he was just like, okay, this is not really working for me anymore. Like, I care about you as a person, and this is not cool anymore. Like, I don't want to come, you know, I'm not going to come over and just, you know, I'm going to help. And he actually like built her back up and stuff like that, which is why as much as I was team Dani Bill for so long, like now I'm just like, I would feel terrible for Andre if he ends up getting his heart broken after all of that. You know?
Oh, they gotta get that $10,000. Well, Dani gotta get that $10,000.
And shit, what if there's so many twists and turns that can happen, especially going into the fall, because so much after, like, okay, we have the year of like everything kind of blowing up, but then it's like all of the things that happen after that. Like now, like there's so many twists and turns. It could be like Dani could fucking have a heel turn and be like, I didn't really love Andre. I just didn't want to lose to Joey Armstrong or some shit. Like, we don't know what is in store right now, you know? And that's what makes the show so exciting, because it doesn't look like it did before. Characters are now moving into different like motivations. So it could really hit the fan.
Jacob and Naomi got more than just a bedroom.
Yo. We always like, okay, so we're gonna see more of their house. Oh, we know they get it in all the time, because that's how they're introduced, literally in bed, because I think they're newlyweds.
They're all close to it,
or something like that, and that's like their love language, and that's why it sucked with the whole like baby thing, because it's like, damn, like they kind of now added this pressure onto like what they love to do together, because they can't, you know, get on the same page.
They've had poor Naomi again, because
she's been going through it.
As soon as they come out of that, here comes this lawsuit.
Yeah.
I mean, this investigation.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And I think Jacob loves the danger. I think he loves that, because I think he wants this to be the thing that finally earns like his father's respect.
Mm-hmm.
And also learning that like no one in the department was like confident that he could do it.
Yo, it's like our good favorite wrestler Jacob Fatu.
Mm-hmm.
When he talked about he used to be a gangbanger, but he wasn't good at it.
Right.
I'm getting these vibes from Jacob Hawthorne. Yeah. He's not good at being a detective. We said this nearly 8 months ago when we did the video.
Yep. Is he a detective? We don't know.
And what do? They put him on a deeper case. Kat solved the case that brought Chelsea back, not Jacob. Kat.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob put his mother-in-law in handcuffs. With no warning.
I love that they also called back to that recently.
Yeah, exactly. So somebody show me where Jacob is a good detective, where he should have been on this case. Because right now, I mean, he done got roughed up. He ain't fight back.
Mm-hmm.
Grayson done got poked.
In the hospital. I cannot wait to see. Because then now we also have Detective Malone in the mix because of Smitty and him not, covering up his tracks good enough when he looked into Nicole's laptop. And then you have Nicole, who is also low-key suspicious because she even pops in on them like, so what's Smitty's story about? Like, is anything going on there? Because she, you dealing with people like with, Bill, for example, and Hayley. Like, it's like, they're not stupid. And after a while, things are going to start clicking a little bit where it's like, we already see things, the walls closing in on Hayley. We already see this undercover. People are getting hurt because of Jacob and Smitty's action.
Yeah.
Like, there are legit consequences at this point. So it's going to burst at some point. And now that we have Ashley in the know, Naomi could somehow get wrapped up into it because of Jacob. So there's a lot going on here, and then poor Ashley, because she's just not like built for this. Like, she's so wholesome. She just wants to be a good nurse. And now it's like, now I don't know how much he's going to tell her about what really, really, really happened. Because all he really kind of told her was, I got into some trouble because I need to take care of my mom. And if that's not even, but that's the smart thing. That's what you say to somebody like Ashley. Because that instantly is going to turn her around and just like, you got to take your mom. Like, oh my God, of course you're not a bad person. You just had to do what you had to do. And I think that's why when they walk into that free clinic and Derek and her are going to get into it and stuff like that, this is gonna be spicy.
Yeah. Oof, this is crazy.
So I do think that Nicole is going to get tired of the kind of double boyfriend thing. Because even like we kind of like I seen it at least when Carlton came to her office, like, I miss my friend and whatever. Because, they didn't talk after that double date because Carlton said something about like missing the old Nicole and like all that kind of stuff. And she got defensive and like went and basically fucked Kyle. And now Kyle's back. And so I think it's going to get to a point where she's going to feel like she has to choose.
How did you feel when Eva called out Ted? Essentially, because she saw the way he was looking at her mother. But she brought up the fact, like, but what about Shanice? Because not Eva, Kat. But because we know, like, Kat respects Shanice. Like, they sat there and had that conversation. Boom.
Yep.
She was like, all right, I rock with you. So I think, like, watching it, I was like, oh, man. But Ted was looking like, we used to do this and we used to do that. And remember, he gave Nicole flowers.
Yep.
And he never stopped.
But we got to think. So, and as cheesy as the saying is, like, sometimes time heals all. And I even said this at one point last year where it's like, they just need some time and space. And Ted just has to like, because, he was just being hella extra and stuff like that. And I was like, they just need time and space. Because if you think about it, It's a horrible mistake that Ted made 20 whatever years ago. Like, yes, so he hid it from her. Mind you, he didn't know he had a child. So there's like a lot of layers to like what happened in their divorce. It's just unfortunate. Like you had this like public humiliation that came with it. So that kind of was just like, I can't even like really, like, I just have to kind of divorce you. Like, this is fucking crazy. I have a whole daughter and this crazy ass woman, harassing my family. So then you have that. But if you think about it, they weren't having issues at all. They were literally celebrating their marriage anniversary, their wedding anniversary. And people were literally talking about how they were couple goals. They're the perfect couple. They're this, they're that. Then you got to think neither one of them wanted to get a divorce. So when you like remember all of that, and then you got the fact that they both were able to kind of date other people, become friends again, which is important. Then you like, okay, now it's like, wait a minute, reminiscing, traditions coming back around because it's been a year. I wouldn't be surprised if they get closer. We saw that hug.
Yeah.
What's crazy? Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, you're not wrong. I think that as you were talking, it made me wonder what would have happened if Leslie never pulled the fire alarm, because it was hot.
They looked like it was about to be one of those nights.
Yeah, they might have made a baby that night.
Oh yeah, because they were all sentimental. Was this the night of the vow renewal?
Was it?
Because I know it was something that happened that had them both like feeling like, oh my god.
It was that, yeah, because it wasn't Winterfest, right?
I don't think it was.
It had to have been the vow renewal, because I think but like you said, they was because Martin and was coming back together after their situation. So, and I just remember like rooting for that to happen.
Yeah, me too. And I was like, damn you, Leslie. Like, oh God, it was gonna happen. And then I think not too long after that, he sleeps with fucking Leslie.
Yeah, because he got so upset and he was so drunk.
Because he was gassed. The next day, he was like, I think me and your mom's getting back together. And I was like, ooh, bro, I don't know. Like, he was already like talking about moving back in. And then I think that's when it was just like, nah, that's not gonna happen. But I do think that Nicole, after a while, because she's gonna have to choose. You have two men legit falling in love with you. Like, it's also not like all three of them is just like, we, like on the same page as far as what they want in life. Like, I just want a casual date every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one involved, like Carlton or Kyle, want that with Nicole. They both want to get serious with Nicole.
Right.
Like, he literally, like, you have Carlton going to the family. Then you have Kyle moving and settling down and giving Nicole a key. So it's like, you can't have these two men like with these strong of a feelings for you. And you just being like, I don't know what I want. Like, I'm still just figuring things out. Like, girl, at some point, as pro ho as I was for Nicole, like, girl, you're going to have to choose. Like, period.
Yeah. And now, what's so funny is, and I think you said this before, that somehow Carlton and Kyle was going to kind of start bonding. You know what I mean? Like, they out there talking about playing basketball and setting some bets and all that. It's like, all right, whatever. That's weird.
Did you see Nicole was like, but I don't know if that was a look like, ooh, or like a, is this getting too close for comfort?
You don't think they would go there, do you?
No, just like oh my god.
I mean, we started with Chelsea,
Nicole,
and Chelsea, Allison, and Allison's husband.
I mean,
alleged husband.
as pro sex as I am, I feel like if she did that, it'll be harder for her to go back with Ted. And the more we're talking about it, I think I want her to get back with Ted. What if like a year from now, Dani and Bill and Ted and Nicole are like back together?
It would be so tense because it can't be peaceful, right?
Yeah, you got 3 people that work in the same hospital that's gonna be heartbroken.
Yeah.
And salty.
Because that's the thing with, like, I'm team Ted and Shanice.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like she's starting to open up now.
Yeah.
But the way Ted, it felt like it just had this feeling like, okay, you opening up now, I guess. And I don't want to say like he done got it now, he's satisfied, because that would be so rude. But I don't know. Like, I think also with him, he's starting to realize like nobody's into what he's into. Like nobody want to do that dumb shit. So it's just like, all right, well, at least Nicole was accepting him. So it's so weird because, like, you're right, somebody would be hurt. And it's like, damn, I don't want to see Shanice get hurt. But I think she gonna be on the outside looking in.
Yeah. And that's why also you don't want to date people you work with, because no matter what ends up happening, it's going to get messy. Now imagine like it's multiple people that's going to be affected. Oof. Shit, Leah might have to fight. Like that could lead to like termination just because of how fucking messy that shit is.
Yeah.
After a while. So I don't know if this is going to end well for Nicole. As much as I was like rooting for her, I think she's like, it's too much now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to be easier for her and Ted to just get back together. And also just like imagine how happy Kat would be.
Yeah. Would she though?
That's true. Cause she probably just like, y'all, it's too like, no.
Mm-hmm. Cause she chose sides. And Martin, I feel like Martin, we always talked about their relationship is different. Martin and Ted's. Cause it felt like women, I don't know. It felt like he was like, so you was really taking me with her, and that probably made him more attractive.
Yeah,
Martin sitting there, Ted with his little son, and then here comes Leslie, and then she's like, oh, look at him taking care of his kid, and then he stopped bringing the kid around. He venting about everything that's happening.
And he's hitting that
big time. That's why she wore that outfit.
Yep. But she said they would get hotel rooms and, they definitely had a full-on affair. So, But she, Leslie's busy with Malone. So, we'll see.
And she be flirting. Like, Leslie be crazy because she be with Malone. But then be flirting with homeboy, Jacob's dad. Right in his face. Yep. And then being with some like, yeah, but you can't have this. I
think she flirts with everyone because at some point she's always going to try to use someone. And look at the material. Like she can use that to her advantage. Like Ted folded in present time, folded. Like, bro, are you kidding me? Sorry, that's always going to be just like, but I think Leslie and Malone, that's going to be interesting. But you know who else I could see folding for some reason?
Cool.
Jacob's father. I don't know why. Oh, yeah. I could just see him just like fucking up. And because his wife now knows who she is. They hate each other. They're legit like enemies now. Like that shit could really, and then that could be somewhere like Isaiah's like, yeah, you're supposed to be so perfect and shit.
Ooh.
That would be
and he seems like, in the term of endearment, it's usually negative, but he seems like the mama's boy. And Jacob seems like the daddy's son. He wanted to be like his dad.
Yep.
And Isaiah seemed like he always wanted to be,
Yep. And his mom probably always like accepted him for who he was, but the father was like, no, you got to go, you got to do what the family's into.
He would punch him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Jacob would be like, Dad,
I can see it now. I can see it now. Isaiah rushing to the police department and decking that nigga. I see it now. Jacob caught in the middle.
Up. Putting the cuffs on his brother or refusing to.
Not us writing this shit, yo. Nah,
right?
I love this show.
Well, how about Dani and Chelsea? I know that's like the last thing we haven't talked about.
So, so like I said, I'm just glad that they've kind of brought that that dynamic back up. And I don't think it's personal. I think Chelsea just like instinctively was just like, no, stay away. Because it's like, you do want to figure things out on your own. Their success is new. You know, I can see her just like, Mom, let me just do me for a little while. Like, and then like, let's see later on how our, you know, organically how our brands intersect. But I can see her just wanting to do this on her own. And like, as much as Dani Dupree, obviously the deal that she got is huge, like very notable. But that's still just like my mom. Like, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, she a year ago revisiting the fact. I'm so glad they called back to that. Naomi bringing it up about like the momager thing. Because, like I said, she used to control what Chelsea ate. Like, and I can see, and it took a long time for Chelsea to break free of that. Like, it was weeks of this, of, you know, Kat talk, giving her the battery in her back. Like, she, you know, she got advice from everyone in her family of just like how to navigate it, and then finally feeling free, finding success on her own. And it's like, Ma, it's like, Ma, leave me alone. Let me do my thing.
Yeah.
But you know what's gonna become a thing, because Kat is gonna see the business opportunity in that, and that they might, and then she's gonna be like, Chelsea, are you crazy? Who knows?
They do have a lot of business tension. It's healthy tension, because you gotta have a little, you know, pushback, but you often see it a lot, especially when before they found out they did get the spot with
definitely coming for each other real quick.
Yo, like real quick.
Y'all turned on each other quick when y'all didn't get that deal.
And then the whole time they did, it was like, but you can't take back what you just said. So you really feel this way?
But I do like how they just, you know, turned it back on. Because I'm, you know, as they're basically sisters growing up together. I'm sure they've had their bickers and stuff like that. But like you said, there could be more business tension coming up. And it might not be as easy for them to, you know, move on. Yeah.
So, what you excited for next week?
I am most excited for the Bill and Hayley thing, because it looks like he is like choking and stuff like that. So she might have to take him to the hospital, and like maybe next week we get closer to her getting caught.
Oh, yeah.
How about you?
That of course, but also this tension between Martin and Kat. And I think it just seems like, and I could be wrong because they do such a great job with the trailer, but it seems like it has to deal with Samantha and Tyrell.
Tyrell trying to get it in.
He about to get it in, and this is common. But it's very interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see how this is handled with him having two fathers, and how do they handle it versus you notice how like we always kind of expect how we see it with a mom and a dad. So that's what I'm interested to see how this plays out. But this is another one of those situations where, which I'm glad they do visit, because it's normal Samantha feeling like isolated. Like she's like, it's a lot of testosterone in the house. And she needs June. And that's why I'm glad June does starting to see she has a purpose. You know, because she has to be there in those situations. But, you know, it looks like she ran the Auntie Kat probably. And, you know, so I'm interested to see how that all goes down.
Same. Oh, it's going to be so good.
Oh, yeah. We just, like, we get ready to go into May next week. And I'm so excited for this show, you know, as we head into the summer, because now I do understand, I got to double check, but I thought I saw something. There might be some event that may prevent a couple episodes from happening. I'm not sure how true that is, but that's the only thing. It's like, bro, I'll be wanting the show on every day. I don't want nothing, even March Madness. Keep your old precious basketball on another channel. I need my Beyond the Gates every day. You know, breaking the fourth wall. I always wait till you get home and that we watch it, you know. So that's what I look forward to every night. Got to hit my Beyond the Gates. Got to get that fix.
Period.
Like I said, I feel like some of the other soap operas have been stepping it up too. You know, in Young and the Restless, we had Shamar Moore come back and Vivica Fox come back last couple of weeks. And there was a fashion show on Forrester. I didn't fit Forrester on Bold and the Beautiful. And I was like, I think I'm going to watch this just to see if I see a Chelsea Cat bag, but then I got distracted. So gatekeepers out there who do watch Bold and the Beautiful, let us know if the Chelsea Cat bags make their appearance on Bold and the Beautiful.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. But like you said earlier, I'm really excited for these crossovers. I think we'll get some good crossovers on Beyond the Gates. And, that type of stuff always helps lift the show.
Yeah, absolutely. It brings in a whole new audience. Mm-hmm. And we're always excited for more gatekeepers.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, gatekeepers, let us know what you're most excited for in the comments for next week. And again, a huge thank you for our community. And you can see Brian H. Waters drinking the Loving Them Gates mug, which looks so good. So make sure you get yours. We're also selling stickers. And follow us on all of our socials. Loving Them Gates on Instagram. Loving Them Gates on Facebook. Leave the comments here on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And we will see you next week.
All right. We out.